Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of our podcast. Today we're delving into the intriguing topic of social media's influence on perception of beauty and its impact on adolescent eating disorders. I'm Eylül and I'm joined by my co-hosts Azra, Zeynep, and Sude.
Thanks for having us, Eylül. I'm really excited to dive into this discussion.
Absolutely. It's such an important conversation to have, especially in today's digital age.
Couldn't agree more. Social media plays such a significant role in shaping how young people view themselves and others.
Social media's portrayal of the perfect body creates an unrealistic standard that can seriously mess with teens' heads. Influencers and celebs float feeds with heavily edited images, making it seem like everyone should look a certain way. This pressure to fit in can lead to unhealthy behaviors like crash dieting and overexercising, which can harm both physical and mental health. Moreover, social media tends to showcase only one type of beauty, leaving out those who don't fit the mold. This exclusion can make people feel like they're not good enough or that they don't belong. And when beauty becomes a commodity to buy and sell, it diminishes the value of individuality and promotes homogeneity.
Definitely. We need to push for more diversity and authenticity online, celebrating the uniqueness of everybody. Teens need to know that they're beautiful just as they are, without trying to live up to impossible standards. It is time to promote self love and acceptance, fostering a culture where everyone feels seen and valued. Social media platforms like Instagram and TikTok are flooded with images of seemingly flawless bodies, often heavily edited and filtered. These images create an unrealistic standard of beauty that may adolescents feel pressured to emulate.
Absolutely. And what's concerning is that these platforms tend to prioritize and promote content that conforms to these narrow beauty standards, further perpetuating the idea that only a certain type of body is desirable.
It's important to recognize that these images don't accurately represent the diversity of body types and appearances. Yet they have a significant influence on how adolescents perceive themselves and others.
Certainly, the rise of influencer culture has intensified the pressure on young people to conform to unrealistic beauty standards promoted by social media personalities. These influencers often project an idealized image of beauty, which can worsen feelings of insecurity among adolescents who do not fit this narrow mold. Constant exposure to these images can lead to harmful comparisons and a distorted sense of self worth. It is crucial to promote originality and diversity in influencer content, encouraging young people to embrace their unique qualities and reject unrealistic beauty ideals. By encouraging a more inclusive online environment, we can help mitigate the negative impact of influencer culture on adolescents' mental health and self esteem.
The prevalence of influencer culture fuels a constant comparison mindset among young people who feel pressured to meet unattainable beauty standards to gain acceptance or validation. This relentless cycle of comparison breeds feelings of inadequacy and diminished self-worth. It's essential to challenge these unrealistic ideals and promote self-acceptance and individuality. By fostering a culture that values authenticity over perfection, we can help young individuals break free from the harmful grip of comparison and embrace their unique qualities with confidence.
And let's not forget about the impact of algorithm, which often reinforce these beauty ideals by showing users more content that aligns with their previous interactions. This creates an echo chamber effect where young people are constantly bombarded with images that reinforce the same narrow standards of beauty.
It's a vicious cycle that can have serious consequences for adolescents' mental health, contributing to issues like low esteem, body dissatisfaction, and even eating disorders.
Definitely. It is clear that social media plays a significant role in shaping adolescents' perceptions of beauty and fueling insecurity. But what can we do to address this issue and promote healthier attitudes towards body image in the digital age?
Well, one approach is to encourage media literacy and critical thinking skills among young people. By teaching them to question the images they see on social media and understand how they're often manipulated and edited, we can empower them to resist unrealistic beauty standards.
Actually, I agree. It's also important for parents, educators, and healthcare professionals to have open and honest conversations with adolescents about body image and self esteem. Providing them with support and guidance can help mitigate the negative impact of social media.
Additionally, we need to advocate for greater diversity and representation in the media by promoting images that reflects the true diversity of human bodies. We can challenge narrow beauty ideals and foster a more inclusive and accepting culture.
Going to take a collective effort from individuals, communities, and policymakers to address the harmful influence of social media on perceptions of beauty. But by working together, we can create more healthier and more positive digital environments for young people.
Well said, Adil. And on that note, I think we have covered some really important points in today's discussion. Thank you to our listeners for tuning in, and be sure to join us next time for another insightful conversation.